Hello everyone, especially to Dr. Ross. My name is Lee Chunyang and I am the group leader for Group 6 for this UB200202 project in section 28. This project is conducted by 3 members and each of us interview family, friends and random people. So the topic for our group is lesson that we can learn from COVID-19 era. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Greeting, Mr. I am Lee Chunyang. I'm a student from University Malaysia Sabah. I would like to interview you for my assessment interview project. Today's topic is lessons that we can learn from the COVID-19 era. First of all, can you introduce yourself, Mr.?
My name is Patrick Chinwanyik. I am also a UMS student and I am 21 years old.
Okay, we start off for the question 1. What do you learn about finances through the COVID-19 season?
Through this pandemic, I learned a little about investing and some of the tips to save money effectively. Before pandemic, I saved up 10% of my pocket money, but now I save for 30% because I rarely go out.
Does the pandemic affected your monthly expenditure?
I think no. I still receive the same amount of pocket money. Plus, I also save a lot of money since I don't go out frequently, and I also learn to not spend money through online shopping.
Move on to the third question. Why career backup plans are important in pandemic seasons?
The backup plans were created to avoid bankrupt or decrease the productivity. Otherwise, the plan also keep the same profit every month, so your workers still receive their wages.
For our health state, what lesson do you learn? For examples,
I learned to keep social distancing and wash our hand and face after going out. We also encourage to exercise at home to avoid getting infected.
for the question 5, is there any way to tell more people to stay healthy in this pandemic season?
I think we can share it to our friends and family, or I can post it to the social media.
What have changed in your lifestyle during this pandemic season?
I started to eat a lot since pandemic and eventually gain weight because I am lazy to do exercise.
Does the pandemic affect your study session?
Yes, it was difficult to fully understand the lesson. In addition, we have much more harder homework to do.
During the MCO, how is your quality time with your family?
During MCO, I spent a lot of time with my family, almost half of the day.
For the last question, in order to prevent such thing from happening again, what should we do to prevent the pandemic become more and more serious?
In my opinion, I think we should follow what government says and rules that release to avoid the pandemic. For example, we have to wear masks before going out.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick, for joining my interview project and answering all my questions. Once again, thank you very much. Always stay safe in this COVID-19 pandemic season.
You are welcome. Thank you for opportunity to join this interview. Take care too.
Dia tengah
Dah,
loading.
dah.
Okay. Alright. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Abdul Qayyum bin Mazlan. I'm a student from project interviewing. So today I want to can I ask you some question from our interview question?
Uh, okay. You can ask me.
Okay. It is some question that we create. So you just give your opinion about our question. Question. Alright. Okay. The first question is, what do you learn about finances through the COVID-19 season?
The pandemic has taught us that financial discipline is possible. The restriction on pleasures like traveling and eating out cause all of us to think how much we spend on these activities. We reflected on our excess indulgence and realized the value of spending moderately and saving intentionally.
Alright. Thank you. So the next question is, does the pandemic affect your monthly expenditure?
Of course, this pandemic affect my monthly expenditure, which is I spend less for my expenditure. It is because I can go out like usual, so my cost on vehicle can reduce.
Oh, got it. So for the third question is, why career backup plans are important in pandemic situations?
In my opinion, I think it is good to have a plan. For example, for my financial, I will record all my expenses from my daily buying so I can know how many costs that it take.
Alright. So for the next question is, for our health states, what lesson do you learn? And can you give me some examples?
As for me, we must take care for ourselves for guaranteed help. For example, we must take the initiative to vaccine and we must follow the government rules during this pandemic so we can save together.
Alright. So for the next question is there any way to tell more people to stay healthy in this pandemic season?
Yes, it is. In my opinion, the mass media need to advertise about healthy lifestyle that can relate it during this pandemic.
So for the next question is, what have changed in your lifestyle during this pandemic?
Uh, of course, for the obvious one, during this pandemic, all of the people must wear a face mask when they go out.
Uh, does the pandemic affect your study session?
As I am a student, it really affect my study session. It is because before this pandemic happened, my study session was face to face, but during this pandemic, my study session has changed into online method. For me, online study more difficult than face to face.
Got it? So for the next question is, during the MCO, how is your quality time with your family?
So as for during this pandemic, I got a lot of time with my family, so I can spend it by doing some activities together and having fun together even we are at home.
Right. So for the last question is, in order to prevent such a thing from happening again, what should we do to prevent the pandemic become more serious?
In my opinion, we must know that this virus was the serious problem. So we must focus to our health safety. Uh, for example, we must wear face mask, wash our hand, and often use hand sanitizer. Not forgetting also, always keep the social distancing. I think that's all.
Uh, okay, that's all from our question. So thank you for your answer. Bye.
Okay, welcome. Bye.
Hello, bro. Have long time no see. Today I want to interview some question about COVID-19. The first question, what do you learn about finance through the COVID-19 things?
Uh, the price of daily necessity have not risen much, but have risen somewhat to make them affordable for people who cannot help.
Okay. The next question, does the pandemic infected your monthly expenditure?
Uh, I spend less because I don't need to buy a lot of clothes and shoes. There is no need for us to go out. We only need to necessity of life. But these things also need to be purchased and ordinary time.
In conclusion, this interview project is to research and gather information from others based on the topic, which is lesson that we can learn from the COVID-19 era. Through this interview project, there are many perspective and lesson that we can learn from others. Last but not least, stay safe and take good care of your loved one. Thank you.